Good morning, people. This is Eldridge Cooke from eldridgecooke.com, trying to raise your roar as per usual. Just want to kind of hit a quick video. Today I am off to a court, going to represent, well, I'm not going to represent because I'm not a lawyer. I'm going to support somebody who has a court hearing today. Anyway, less of that. In the evening, let's try and change this. In the evening, I am running a workshop. I run a workshop called the Business Club, and the Business Club is for people who, you know, have dreams of running their own business, aspirations of running their own business. They might be in the workplace trying to think about getting out. They may be trying to start up a part-time business, or basically just want to be around like-minded people. That's the sort of elevator pitch for the Business Club, but you didn't really come here for that. So Eldridge Cooke, eldridgecooke.com. What we're going to talk about today is goal setting. Goal setting. Setting goals in order to reach your destination, in order to reach your your plan of action, whether it be setting up your own business, whether it be getting yourself in a position to set up your own business, whether it be a situation of putting money together, writing a business plan to go and see the bank, whatever it is. Goal setting. Why? The first things first, and in doing research I realized we talk about goal setting, setting goals, SMART goals, dumb goals, whatever goals we talk about, but really, and as I said, it's research. I did some research, and really doing goal setting is actually a part of motivation. So when we talk about I don't feel motivated, one of the clear researched and suggested or recommended ways of keeping motivated in anything you do is writing it down and setting a series of goals. So first things first, understand that goals are actually a motivator. They're not just to sound good. They're not just something that we say because, you know, it sounds academic or it sounds clever or it sounds business-like. A goal is simply something you write down. When you've written it down, it's something that you can see. It can remind you, and when it reminds you, it motivates you. That makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah. So I'm going to run through one of the, I think they call it the acronym for goal setting, is something called S.M.A.R.T goals. Now, you may have heard about S.M.A.R.T goals, you may not have, and sometimes when I run a workshop, people sort of know the acronym and they sort of spell it out. But when it comes to actually, you know, how they utilize it, that's when you start to see the and the R is starting to come out, meaning that, yeah, they understand what it is because they had to do it at work, or, you know, they read it in a book once. But when it's actually about them putting it into practice in order to reach a goal, you tend to see them that's where the motivation lacks. So S.M.A.R.T goals, you would have heard about this, as I said, or not, but S.M.A.R.T goals is S.M.A.R.T. Now I'm going to try and run through this because even me sometimes I forget it, but try and run through it. So the first thing first with a S.M.A.R.T goal is S. I'm going to try and put these up on the screen so you know you can read along with my conversation. So the first one is S. S is for specific. So when you're setting a goal, the goal has to be specific. Now people might say my goal is to be rich. Wrong answer. Be specific, because if you can be specific, for example, yeah, I want to be rich, but how are you going to be rich? I'm going to be rich because I'm going to set up a cleaning business. So the first part of your S.M.A.R.T goal is specific. I'm going to set up a cleaning business in order to be rich. So that's your specific, that's your S. Then you go on to your M. It has to be measurable. You have to be able to measure it. As I said, if you say, I'm going to start a cleaning business, but I don't know when, yeah, then how can you follow the goal? How are you going to be motivated when you don't have a measure? So the measure may be, I'm going to start a cleaning business. I'm going to first get my first £500, dollars, yen, whatever currency you work in, and then I'm going to buy my products, and then I'm gonna. Do you understand my point? So you're actually making it measurable, so you can actually go along and tick off each stage, and you'll be becoming closer to your goal. Measurable. Now we're coming to A. Is for attainable. So you have to think about your goal being actually attainable, and this is what that's just about being honest. Can we actually attain this goal? That's why I say to people, don't go and set out this big outlandish goal. Take it in make a small goal. Score that. You build up your strength, you build up your muscles, you build up your confidence, and then you create another goal, maybe a bit bigger, and then you create another goal, maybe a bit bigger, but you'll start to move forward that way. So make it attainable. It's better you make an attainable goal than you make an unattainable goal. The attainable goal, at least you'll reach that, you'll feel more confident. The unattainable goal, you just make an excuse for why you never reached it. So yeah, that's attainable. So S.M.A.R.T, SMART goals, attainable. I actually forgot attainable and I put attitude in, but now I'm going to use attitude in the SMART goal format. And that's the thing about creativity, you know. Sometimes something just comes into your head and then you can use it and you kind of own it. So SMART goals for me. So R is realistic, so set realistic goals. Don't set goals. Okay, so let's take it back to the cleaning company. You got a cleaning company, and so you're going to save the first £500 because you find out that's how much that's how much your equipment's going to cost. But actually, you only earn £10 a week. So you have to be realistic that maybe £10 a week plus the expenses of living or whatever, you won't be able to actually do that in that time. That's not the necessary scenario, because we can do everything, we know this. But it's just being realistic, yeah? It's being realistic about what our goals are, because even if at the first stage we set goals that are quite small, yeah, but you can cut through them, then you can set another set of goals, yeah, to go again and go again and go again. So in the game of football, people don't just score one goal, do they? In the game I watched yesterday, not that I'm a football fanatic or anything like that, but I'm giving you this goal setting in the time of the Euro 2016. I think France scored 5 goals, but in the other game they didn't score. They scored 1 or 2, if any. Right? So that's the point. That's the point. Realistic. The more realistic your goals are, the more goals you will score. Let's put it like that. Because if you make these big and outlandish goals they're not real, they're not realistic, you just won't get there. That's the point. Yeah. And the last one, so the T is timely. Timely. Yeah. Timely. So what time is it going to take you? Like as I said, each part of your goal should be measurable. But what time? What's your time that you're going to put on your goal? From start to end, when you're actually sending that ball into the net, how long do you propose it's going to take you? Timely. Why is it important? Why is it important to put a time to your goal? It's important because if you don't, you could make the goal today and complete in 10 years' time. The mind won't know when it has to do what it has to do, because there's been no time allotted to the specific goal. You get my point? So I'm going to say A in SMART goals is attitude. This is my version, attitude. Yeah? Having the right attitude, mindset to any goal situation is so important, because it all comes down to your mind. And we can say stuff, and as I said, I can tell you for nothing, I get people saying stuff all the time. Actually doing stuff is a completely different ball game. So A, I'm going to say, is for attitude. Could be for acumen. Yeah. So that's the SMART goals. S.M.A.R.T. Sounds good because it's like, yeah, SMART goals. But there's other ways of explaining the goal process, and it doesn't have to sound smart, but it's just got to be smart. It's got to be a good way of dealing with what you say that you want to do, because that's what all it is. That's all goals are. That's all goals are. So today I'm going to run a workshop 7 till 9 in the evening in Walthamstow, East London. For those of you around the world who don't know where that is, don't worry, you can Google it. But I'm going to run that. So I had to put a set of steps in place in order to fire that goal. And today, in a timely fashion, I've decided to make this video on goal setting. So we always use the analogy of S.M.A.R.T. But remember, first things first, we set goals to keep us motivated. We set goals so that we don't get distracted by Facebook, or we don't get distracted by Instagram, or Periscope, or football, or, you know, we got to go and solve our friends' problems, even though we've got so many problems of our own. You get my drift? So creating goals, setting goals, SMART goals, and first things first is a motivator. So even in the basic form, when you have, and I always speak about this, you have an idea, write it down. So when it's written down, you can then start to cut it up and put it into a sequential, meaning a step-by-step attempt at getting and reaching your goals. And for you, those out there who think that this is quite a simple video, that's what it was supposed to be. But there's so many people, I say grown people, that grown-ass people, for you Americans, that go around talking all this stuff. Especially they speak of goals. When you ask what's your main goal, they may speak of something, but straight away I'm there. I don't draw them out, but that's not realistic. That's not timely. You cannot measure that. Your attitude is wrong for that particular scene. But as I said, I'm going to make a disclaimer because I don't know how I'm going to edit this, but I actually forgot the A in the SMART goals. But I'm going to put attitude in there. I think attitude is fitting. But my name is Eldridge Cooke from eldridgecooke.com. This is about goal setting, being motivated to get what you want, to do what you want. Yeah, so like the video, subscribe to my channel, Raise Your Roar, share the video and comment, because as I said, this isn't a situation where I'm just rambling on and I want you to love everything I do. I want you to comment, because if you comment, that positive feedback only makes me stronger, makes the content stronger, and I'm able to do what I want to do. So Eldridge Cooke from eldridgecooke.com. As I said, check out the website, see what I have on offer. And today was goal setting. Thank you very much. Just be smart. Have a wonderful day.